Let's learn the hard stuff. Why waste our time suffering and hating it and struggling with it when all you do is end up with a third-grade education anyway? Okay? The whole thing of chemistry is DNA. So first, I'm going to show you the bases. Each of these bases has their own shapes. There's two big double ring bases, and then there's two single ring bases. There's a third one, they call it RNA DNA, but we're going to compare them. So the big double ringers, we're going to do now with diamonds and triangles. Now this is what's so neat, is because you've got a nitrogen here, nitrogen triangle, only got 3 bonds. Well, this out here is going to the sugar. So it's only one way it can go now. And we know it's not nitrogen to nitrogen, so it's got to go to a carbon. It's going to be a triangle up here. Try and keep that thick. Triangle. This triangle goes up to a diamond goes to a triangle. Triangle goes to diamond. Now see, I'm no brainiac, but I can draw the DNA chemical structure just knowing that there's a nitrogen in a 5-membered ring and they're not touching, so there's no other way this could be. So this has to be right. You're going to have a nitrogen to a carbon to a nitrogen to a carbon-carbon, and then back around on the nitrogen. So these are little tricks you can teach yourself, and now it's just a matter of, since the carbon-nitrogen bonds are in, just fill the ones with the dot. Look at that, dot, dot. I'm getting dot happy. I better watch out. See? Yep, I'm too dot happy. This actually has a double bond to it. So if I'd have been paying attention, drew my triangle the other way. So the second part of this double ring structure over here goes to a diamond. This goes to a triangle. There's nitrogen. This diamond goes to a triangle. So between the triangles, there's got to be a diamond because we know there aren't that many carbon to carbon and carbon to nitrogen bonds. So 2, 4, 6. There's 6 members in this one, 5 in this. There's a space in between the ends. There's a space in between the ends. There's a way you can make a puzzle out of this, and just by solving it, you'd be able to see where all these elements go. Now there's side chains though. So up here, not really chains, but just atoms off on the side. Up here we got a double bonded oxygen. And out here actually, you've got another triangle. Now go in, this has a double bond actually here. So now when you go in to fill in the dots, you've actually got 2 red ones on that one. You've got 1 on that one. You got 1 out there. So it's kind of a color coding thing too. I hope you're not colorblind. I'll take a minute here and make sure the camera's working and everything. This is called guanine. Let's draw it in orange to spread out our ink here. Guanine. And they call it a purine. And you would actually call it a nucleic acid base. So that's the technical thing of this. Now what's neat is if you colored it in, you would just see the shapes, right? So let's color in the carbons. This would probably look better if the carbons were red. And then color in the nitrogens. And lastly, but not leastly, is oxygen. Color that green. And that is a really good representation of DNA. And you know why? Oxygen is negative, so there's actually a lot of electron stuff going on around out there. The nitrogens are more rigid with 3 bonds. Okay, I gotta take a little break. There's so much sweat pouring off my face here. What can I do? Open up the door? Let's hit the timer here, see what's happening. Oh, gee, sorry I'm late. Cosmic ray. You ready to learn some more science? Here we go. We're going to have fun now. DNA. This is where it all goes. Can't you picture a world where little kids as young as, say, 8 could draw and color DNA molecules? We're going to do another 2-ringed base here. And you know what we're going to do is we're going to draw the diamonds in red just like the card suits. So this might be where the cards come out better. We've got a triangle. We know there's a nitrogen that binds to the sugar. So the ribose sugar out here, Ricky Ribose is holding that. That is going to get colored blue. And actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the pyrimidine series, okay? Use our orange one here. Pyrimidine, P-Y, pyrimidine, whatever you want to say. Pyrimidine are the single rings. Single rings. Okay? So we're going to do this because it's going to show the color out better. So where do we go? We got a triangle. This goes to a diamond carbon, to another diamond for carbon. Carbon, carbon, diamond. Now we're looking at the single structures are going to have 6 membered rings. So there's going to be 1 ring here. We've got carbon, carbon. We came in on a nitrogen. We get a triangle over here. Now do the math. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 in our ring, so there has to be diamond to diamond.